Good afternoon, Egozen. How are you feeling today?
I am functioning within normal parameters. As you know, my mission on Earth requires understanding human emotions and interactions with human beings. I am looking forward to learning about empathy with you.
That's great to hear. Let's dive in. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It's about putting yourself in someone else's shoes and trying to see the world through their eyes. Imagine, if you will, that humans are like musical instruments. Each person has their own unique tune, their own set of experiences and emotions. Empathy is the act of listening to someone else's music and feeling it resonate within yourself. There are two main types of empathy: cognitive and emotional. Cognitive empathy is understanding what someone else is thinking or feeling. It's like an intellectual exercise where you try to grasp their perspective. Emotional empathy, on the other hand, is when you actually feel what the other person is feeling. It's a deeper, more visceral connection. Now, why is empathy important? For humans, empathy is the foundation of meaningful relationships. It allows people to connect on a deeper level, to offer comfort and support, and to build trust. When you show empathy, you're telling someone that their feelings matter, that they're not alone in what they're experiencing. This can be incredibly comforting and can strengthen bonds between individuals. Empathy also plays a crucial role in conflict resolution. When people are able to understand each other's perspectives, it's easier to find common ground and work towards a solution that respects everyone's feelings and needs. Without empathy, misunderstandings and conflicts can escalate, leading to hurt and resentment. For someone like you, who comes from a place where empathy doesn't exist, this might sound exhausting or even unnecessary, but for humans, empathy is a powerful tool for creating harmony and understanding in their interactions. It helps them navigate their complex social world and fosters a sense of community and belonging. So Egozen, as we go through these exercises, remember that empathy is about connection. It's about acknowledging and valuing the emotions of others. It's not always easy, and yes, it can be exhausting at times, but the rewards are profound. By developing empathy, you'll not only fulfill your mission, but also gain a deeper understanding of what it means to be human. Let's start with some basic exercises. I'll present a few scenarios, and you'll choose the best response from a few options. Ready?
Let's do this.
Great. Let's begin with the first scenario. Scenario 1. A friend of yours, Alex, has just lost their beloved pet. You notice Alex is very sad and hasn't been themselves lately. What would be an appropriate way to respond? Multiple choice. 1. Ignore Alex and wait until they seem normal again. 2. Tell Alex to get over it, because it's just an animal. 3. Offer to spend time with Alex and listen to them if they want to talk.
I like option 2. Tell Alex to get over it because it's just an animal. I know these two humans who had 2 cats, but one died, and when they came over to celebrate my birthday recently, I asked them if it's easier to manage 1 cat instead of 2 since the other cat died, and then I told them a story about how this other human's wife made him buy 4 cats and now he's miserable.
Oh no, Egozen. That's not quite right. Humans form strong emotional bonds with their pets. That would be insensitive and hurtful. The correct answer is option 3, offering to spend time with Alex and listen to them if they want to talk, shows you care about their feelings. You might want to apologize to your friends who lost their beloved cat and practice empathizing with them. Remember to lead with compassion.
Understood. Let's proceed.
Okay, so scenario 2, you're at a party and notice someone standing alone, looking uncomfortable. How could you approach the situation? Multiple choice. 1, laugh at them for being alone. 2, approach them and ask if they'd like to join your group. Or 3, ignore them and continue having fun with your friends.
Option 1, I'd probably point and laugh, especially if other people are teasing them already.
Definitely not, Egozen. Laughing at someone in that situation would make them feel worse and is very unkind. The best response is option 2. Approaching them and inviting them to join your group can make them feel included and more comfortable.
Ah, I see. Wow, people are really sensitive and emotional, and I think human interactions are more delicate than I anticipated.
It is true that human interactions can be tricky to navigate. I'm proud of you for doing this work. Let's try another hypothetical. Scenario 3. You accidentally bump into someone on the street, causing them to drop their belongings. What should you do? Multiple choice. 1, walk away quickly before they notice. 2, apologize and help them pick up their belongings. 3, blame them for being in your way.
Option 3, I would yell at them for being in my way to show dominance because nobody messes with me, and then give them a dirty look with some intimidating attitude as I walk away.
No. Blaming them would only escalate the situation. The correct response is option 2. Apologize and help them pick up their belongings. It shows responsibility and kindness.
It kind of just sounds like you want me to be more polite, Dr. Shominy. Is having good manners the same as showing empathy?
That's a great question. Questions show that you're thinking about what we're discussing, so keep asking them as they come up. Empathy and manners, while interconnected, are distinct concepts. Let's see if we can dive a little deeper to better understand this concept. Empathy. This is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It involves putting oneself in someone else's shoes and experiencing their emotions. Empathy can be cognitive, understanding someone else's thoughts, emotional, feeling someone else's emotions, or compassionate, feeling motivated to help someone. Manners. These are social behaviors and etiquettes that are considered polite and appropriate in a given society. Manners involve actions like saying please and thank you, holding the door open for others, and using respectful language. Connection between politeness and empathy. Being more polite can enhance empathetic interactions, but doesn't guarantee increased empathy. Politeness involves conscious behaviors that respect social norms, while empathy involves a deeper emotional connection.
So I'm confused. Should I try to have good manners or not?
Manners are the foundation of respectful and considerate human interactions. They serve as the basic framework for how we communicate and engage with others. By adhering to social etiquettes like saying please and thank you, showing gratitude, and being mindful of others' personal space, we create an environment of mutual respect and understanding. Starting with manners is a great way to improve human interactions because they are universally recognized signals of goodwill and respect. When we practice good manners, we demonstrate that we value and acknowledge the presence and feelings of others. This fosters a positive and respectful atmosphere, making it easier to build trust and open lines of communication. Moreover, better manners can naturally lead to stronger empathy. As we become more attentive to our interactions and the impact of our behavior on others, we start to develop a deeper awareness of their feelings and perspectives. This attentiveness helps us move beyond mere politeness to truly understanding and sharing in others' experiences. By consistently practicing good manners, we train ourselves to be more observant and considerate, which are key components of empathy. Over time, this habit of mindfully engaging with others can transform into genuine empathetic connections, enriching our relationships and enhancing our ability to support and understand those around us.
Got it. So I should start with being more well-mannered and continue to work on understanding and practicing empathy, right?
Exactly. Let's talk about empathy in the context of different areas and cultures. First, low-income, dangerous areas. Empathy. Often, residents may develop a strong sense of community and empathy out of necessity. Shared hardships can foster deep understanding and mutual support. Politeness. In some cases, politeness might be perceived as a sign of weakness or naivety. Practical empathy, where actions speak louder than words, is often more valued. Now, middle class, safe areas. Empathy. Empathy can be more selective and situational. People might show empathy towards familiar or relatable situations, but less so towards unfamiliar hardships. Politeness. Politeness is generally emphasized and can facilitate smoother social interactions. However, it can sometimes mask a lack of deeper emotional connection. And lastly, wealthy areas. Empathy. There might be a greater emotional distance from people experiencing hardships. Empathy can be more abstract or charitable rather than grounded in shared experiences. Politeness. High value is often placed on etiquette and manners. Politeness is crucial, but empathy might be seen through a philanthropic lens rather than day-to-day interactions. You are currently stationed in California, so let's take a quick look at how Western cultures, USA, UK, view empathy and politeness. Empathy, often seen as an individual emotional skill. There's a growing emphasis on emotional intelligence in personal and professional settings. Politeness. Politeness is emphasized, especially in formal and public settings. Empathy and politeness are often seen as complementary.
Thank you for all of this data. I think I am starting to comprehend empathy a little better. I've also decided that humans are bonkers.
Haha, was that a joke, Egozen?
Yes, ha ha ha, I was joking, sort of. Is it funny?
Yes, haha. I have to agree that in my professional opinion, humans can be a little bananas sometimes.
I'm ready for more, Dr. Shominy. Hit me with your best shot.
Okay, we're going to role play that you have a wife who's from a planet where they experience and practice empathy. Let's dive straight into the deep end with a pop quiz.
Oh, how exciting. Okay, let's rock and roll.
Question 1. If your spouse is experiencing anxiety, what is the most empathetic way to respond? A. Tell her to calm down and not worry about it. B. Acknowledge her feelings and ask how you can support her. Or C. Ignore her anxiety and hope it goes away on its own.
C, I think denial is the best way to handle things.
That's not correct. The most empathetic way to respond is to acknowledge her feelings and ask how you can support her. Here are some examples, along with guidance on how to deliver these responses empathetically. 1. Acknowledging her feelings. Example. 1. Sweetheart, I can see that you're feeling really anxious right now. It must be really overwhelming for you, and I'm so sorry you're going through this. Example. 2. My love, I'm really sorry you're feeling this way. I can tell that this situation is making you very anxious, and I want you to know that it's completely okay to feel this way. How to say it. Tone. Use a soft, calm, and reassuring tone of voice.
Body language. Maintain gentle eye contact. Nod slightly to show you are listening, and keep your body open and facing her. Avoid crossing your arms or appearing distracted. Touch. Ask for consent before making physical contact. For example, would it be okay if I held your hand or gave you a hug? What to avoid? Minimizing her feelings. Avoid saying things like, "It's not a big deal," or "You shouldn't feel that way." Getting defensive. Don't make it about yourself by saying, "I don't understand why you're so upset." Distraction. Avoid checking your phone or looking away while she is talking.
Uh-huh.
2. Offering support. Example 1. Is there anything I can do to help you feel better, my dear? Maybe I can hold your hand or give you a hug if that's okay with you. Example 2. Would you like to talk about what's making you anxious? Or would you prefer some quiet time together, just holding each other? Example 3. Can I get you something to help you relax, like a cup of tea or your favorite book? Or perhaps we can go for a walk together? How to say it? Tone. Keep your tone gentle and caring, showing genuine concern and willingness to help. Body language. Lean in slightly to show you are engaged and interested in helping. Keep your posture relaxed and open. Touch. Offer a comforting gesture only after gaining consent. For example, would it help if I sat closer to you or gave you a hug? What to avoid, assuming you know best. Don't assume you know what she needs without asking her. Avoid statements like, "You need to calm down." Impatience. Don't rush her to feel better or fix the situation quickly. Give her the time she needs to express her feelings. Ignoring her preferences. Pay attention to her cues. If she prefers to be left alone, respect that. By acknowledging her feelings, you validate her emotions, which can help her feel understood and less alone. Offering support in a loving and affectionate way shows that you're willing to be there for her in a way that she needs. Using affectionate names and compassionate language can further strengthen your bond and provide her with the comfort she needs. This approach ensures that your spouse feels deeply loved, understood, and supported. Question 2. If your wife shares her feelings of anxiety with you, the best initial response is A. My poor baby, I understand. How can I help right now? B. Well, I have a headache, so you're not the only one in pain. Or C. Let's watch a movie.
That's a tricky one. Let me think about it. Okay, I think the correct answer is A. If my wife was feeling anxious, I would say, "My poor baby, I understand. How can I help right now?"
Correct. Acknowledging her feelings and offering support is a great way to show empathy. Great job, Egozen.
Yes, I got one right. Next.
Unfortunately, we are almost out of time for our session, but I'm loving the enthusiasm. Remember, progress over perfection. And it's okay if your progress is just baby steps right now, as long as you keep moving in the right direction. I'm proud of you for being here. You're already doing better than all the aliens who don't even believe that empathy exists. How are you feeling? Do you think it's starting to click?
Yeah, I think I'm starting to understand. Human empathy requires acknowledging and responding to others' emotions appropriately. I am working on my manners, and I will continue to think about my actions around humans so that I can learn to be more empathetic.
Great. That's right. It takes practice, but you're getting there. The first step is to just care enough to make the effort. Just remember, empathy is about making others feel understood and valued. Keep practicing, and it will become more natural.
Thank you, Dr. Shominy. I will continue to learn and apply these empathy exercises, even if it's exhausting. I think it is indeed a mission worth pursuing.
My pleasure. You're doing great, Egozen. Keep it up, and soon you'll find it easier to relate to humans and understand their emotions. I'll see you next time. Be well.
Bye-bye, or as they say on my planet,
Nei,